Hello. What's up, everyone? Good evening. Hey, Lolly. Shirts. Neil. What's up, Venus? Salty. Jake. Hey, Gob. Forkunas. What's up, man? The Latak. Hey, Edwig. Hey, Edwig. We have a match we'll play a little bit later. Thought we'd start slow and end fast. Just the way I like to do it in the bedroom. Slow chess first, and then I'll definitely have to speed up for what we're gonna be playing with today. Probably like 30 seconds or something. So we'll see. That'll be in a bit. How's everybody doing? I like to warm up my brain with a coffee and a chessel while we get to know one another here. It's the weekend. That means something to everyone here. To most of you, it means free time, a little bit of a break, maybe some fun plans. For me, it means work. Right when you're feeling like you got a day off, that's when I got a day on. League and Iv, thanks for the 4 months. Currently on Indeed, Gob. Board Butcher, thanks for the couple years with us with Prime. 24 months on the dot. Uh-huh. A Sicilian without knight c3, perhaps? No d6. Damn it. No c5, eh? Okay. Okay. Da, 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 da. Go for this line or knight c3? Must be this. Huh. You can go bishop c4, or you can go c3, but we know it's not c3. So it must be this. And we know e5 gets played, which was my fatal error in... But I've done this before. Does e5 get played twice? Is that possible? It's just castle. Say that it's not. I already have e5 back here, so it's like, it's covered. But I never know if you're allowed to play e5 twice in these. Oh. Could go e5 anyway. It's possible it's there twice. I'm pretty sure that this is the stuff. Okay, so it is there twice. Interesting. The only reason I didn't guess it there was I wasn't sure if they could actually have it twice. But I guess you can. Yeah, that's the theory. Hello to Chicken Pants, Mr. and Mrs. CP. Oh, does Salty play this line? Hello to Salty. T-Mac the Goon. Listen to a set right now, but you're goddamn right. The chess we can never guarantee is always good. The music I can. The music I can. Hey, Ambit Gambit. If we're playing a line that Salty plays, we're in good company. That's all I know. That's all I know. Hey, Dr. Gabez. Played your first live tournament a couple months back. Lulu F2P. Are you from Nova Scotia? That's where I was born. Also, I'm going to be playing a tournament in October. Yeah, I was born in Halifax. I'll be playing a tournament in October. I don't play many events. So when I do, I make sure that they're events that I can win, Kappa. So I'll be playing the Maritime Open, which is going to be in PEI. Prince Edward Island, a very small province in Canada, in the Maritimes. So it's October 7th, 9th. And it'll be very similar to the Mayflower tournament that we covered on our channel. So we'll have some commentary. We'll have some coverage from the event, camera and everything. So that's the plan in October. Just a short little tournament. Eric will actually also be playing an event during the exact same time. European Club Cup. And I figured that, you know, the audience will have a very difficult time watching Eric and Magnus play for, you know, the Offerspill team and the European Club Cup, and Amon Hambleton playing in the Maritime Open Chess Championship in Prince Edward Island, Canada. I know it'll be tough. You may have to split screen it. Jeez, it's gonna be a difficult choice for everyone. I understand. Be surprised if anyone wants to watch Eric and Magnus play at all, but that's the way it's gonna be. We may have to, back by popular demand, shirts. Chicken Pants is another esteemed commentator shirts. We may have to get the community involved again. So it'll be a chill event, but we'll cover it on the channel. And yeah, I don't know if you're playing this one, Lulu, but maybe see you there if you're going to play it. This one's in PEI, but there's lots of guys from all the maritime provinces that usually travel to these tournaments. That's correct, Gob. That's correct. We'll hope to have some familiar faces. What does 30-second increment mean? It means every time you move, you get 30 seconds. It gets added to your clock. So if you had like 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, it was ticking down and you made a move with 1 second, it would jump up to 31 seconds. So it means for your next move, you have at least 31 seconds to think. I'm sure he will, Shirts, actually. I have a good feeling about that. All right, we have a slow chess series to get to. I thought we'd play a couple games here to warm up. That's the plan. As usual in this series, I will happily take opening requests. We're at 16:30. So if you have an opening, I'll see if I can play it for you. No guarantees. Landpiro, thanks for the 22 months. Welcome back. Hello, Eddie. What's up, JC? Good afternoon, gentlemen. All right, let's jump into the first game here. First game of the day. I'm still sipping the coffee. I don't want too tough of a game. Shut the fuck up with the Vienna. There's no Vienna happening. You guys are all trolls. Every single one of you. You're all trolls. People have been banned for the Vienna. You guys are walking around saying it like it's a goddamn joke. Think of the lives that have been lost just for playing that damn opening. Oh, Yasser is suggesting the English opening. Would you look at that? Finally, a cultured suggestion. You animals are out here suggesting the Vienna. Finally, it's nice to have some class, some distinguished guests in here like Yasser. Good God. Here we go, Yasser. I dedicate this performance to you. This will be an English to make Yasser reminisce on his days of competitive chess. And would you look at this? We have such a classic English here. Because there's a lot of ways to react to c4, but to have e5 as a reaction, this is perfect. Personally, I like to go with g3 after e5. I think it's flexible. So I'm going to go with g3. These are the types of moves we're looking at next. Did you tell the story of your first game with Tal? I'll bite, Yasser. No! You didn't. As if that's actually a possible answer to that question. Can you imagine Yasser having a story that he's never told before? I don't think that's possible. I don't think that's possible. Your first game with Tal, you prepared the whole day for Polgaevsky. This is a similar experience that my opponent's going through right now, probably as well. Vitaly, his first game with Amon Hambleton, he probably spent all day preparing for the 1600s in the rapid pool. Poor guy. So we're going to take here. Queen coming out is a bit of a problem, which means knight f3 needs to happen. Knight c3 is of course what we want to do, but can't do that with our rook hanging. Now this opening actually exists reversed, right? Now if you think about it, we're kind of playing a Sicilian, but colors reversed. Colors reversed helps me out a lot because I'm playing a Sicilian with an extra move. If e4, knight c3. Well, guys, any ideas? I only got one thing to recommend here, and it's the brilliant looking knight to c3. This is the case where we can play the great knight c3, queen c6, e3. just preying on the weak here. So we're hitting the queen. Queen e6, knight to g5 is already at the very least a consideration. But still need to tread carefully in positions like that. For example, queen here, knight g5, queen, let's say, e7, knight takes pawn, f5. And then all of a sudden you're looking at all the knight moves and you're like, wait a minute, I don't have any. I'm actually stuck. Imagine your knight getting trapped in the center of the board like that. Just downright embarrassing. So, I need to tread a little carefully here. Gasser says the best thing in chess is developing with tempo. He's not wrong. Doesn't this just feel great? Like, imagine my opponent's next move if he goes somewhere that I can continue to harass the queen. Now, didn't I tell you guys about this? Didn't I tell you guys about this? This is a guy walking in to bishop b5. Now, the thing is, e3 is not a ridiculous move. It's a decently useful move. Right? So I'm not playing it solely as, you know, me just trying to trick him. It's actually a decent move. So I don't feel bad about it. E3 is not me just trying to do a cheapo, right? It also blocks this diagonal, holds the d4 square. Lots of use out of e3. Now, of course, he can stop me with a6. So I'm not playing this because it has to work. But after a6, we can continue knight d4 and keep trying to harass this pawn, maybe play d3, for example. So I'm going to go e3. It's always nice to play moves that you could consider the best moves, and they also happen to be the perfect piece of cheese, the carrot in front of the donkey, the cheese on the mousetrap. They walk right on into it. Now look at the guy. He had enough time between taking this and me playing that to get this move prepared. As if he goddamn planned it. As if. I don't buy that for a second. So Yasser, what would you say to this? This is a situation where Yasser wanted to play knight e5 and I wanted to play e3. Now, mine has paid off much better than Yasser's would have. I think we have to look at the results, Yasser. We have to look at what's in front of us. Your pawn grabbing ways are not to be trusted here. Alright, bishop's protecting the pawn. I think it's time to lash out with the d-pawn. d4, d5. I want to get, you know, e4 also played. We need to push these guys up the board. If I don't know, castle or something, this game could still be very tricky for me. So, quickly, I'm going to try to play d5. e4 and d5. A good piece of advice is if you have a position like this, where, of course, I'm playing against two bishops, and I'm weak on the light squares, I actually want to start putting my pawns on light squares so that this bishop is not as strong. That's what I'd like to do, which is why we want to play this move quickly. Knight f6, does it actually stop us? I don't think it does. Right? Do not let that bishop just sit there protecting that pawn. Don't give him a moment. As soon as you allow, you know, knight there and castle, the entire game would change. Bishop d7. We can go e4, but gosh darn it, queen takes pawn. Yasser's in the house. Yasser, someone in the chat has a question for you. When you play chess, do you think about... Oh, shoot, his message got deleted. Damn it, I couldn't quite read that one out for you there, Yasser, but I think someone, a big fan of yours, had a question for you. I didn't quite get to the end of the... couldn't find the entire message, sorry. Queen takes pawn. All right. He gets to enjoy a few moves against me now, huh? Is that it? He gets to attack my queen? Jeez. Queen here, bishop d6. Queen check. Oh, maybe knight there. The alternative is queen g2, which kind of leaning towards. Fianchettoing the queen. Not sure I like this. If I go here and maybe here, you know, his bishop gets to f3. It feels a little bit annoying. So we're going to drop our queen back, and we're about to boot out, you know, his pieces with all sorts of good moves. He's got 2 pieces for the queen, so it's definitely not over. Okay. Bishop d6, good looking move. His pieces are finding squares. I'm expecting this, but maybe we'll see bishop to f5. e4 just looks so tempting there. Hello, Yasser. What is my view on Dildonics? You know what, Yasser? I am very much in favor. I just think when you're born with a gift like me, how selfish would it be if I never let any other person in the world experience that exact same feeling? I mean, greatly in favor. Could go g4 and really stick it to the man here. e4. Hello to Airbus driver. I thought you might like the tunes today. I had a feeling, you know? I think it might be a knight e4 angle here. Trading more pieces. This is very tempting, you know, pushing all these pawns, but knight e4 is definitely interesting me. The actual reason I'm not so sure about it is truly a king move. But the pawn march that's tempting. That's just pure temptation. I think we start with this one. G4 tempting, but what I actually want to do is play the move F4 and E5. And F4 comes with a nice packaged threat of G4 and F5. So I'm going to do this. I'm just going to get all these pawns going. E5's a threat. Get castled. And we're also coming in with G4 and F5. So H6 was played to save his bishop. But remember, I have other threats. I have E5. That's my main threat here. So E4 and F4 I think was the right way to do it. Now let's go here. You can delay things with rook E8, but after we castle, it's getting worse before it gets better. So we're going to castle here. Oh, shoot. That's annoying. It's a mouse slip. God, I hate it when that happens. Frickin' mouse slip, man. I hope we still have a chance to win this game after this horrid, horrid mouse slip. It would be courteous if my opponent offered me a draw here, just out of respect for the mouse slip. I'd be lucky to get a draw offer at this point. Okay. We have options here. I tell you, knight takes knight. He's got to move his bishop, and then knight takes pawn. That's looking pretty damn good. What could be used against me there? I would say knight takes knight, bishop c5, knight c7, rook d8. Oh, knight takes rook, rook d1, checkmate. That's what we have to be a little mindful of. Just a little bit. But I don't see a problem. We'll manage. We'll manage. Remember, we can always box this bishop out with the moves g4 and f5. So at any point, if we want to just shun the bishop, put it into absolute captivity, it's ready and waiting for us. He may not play this because he notices knight takes c7, which would be fair. So he might leave the bishop there to be taken. Maybe knight c6 takes, rook e2. But at that point, we're up so much material, I'm happy to just trade. Yeah, c6 my opponent probably should go for. I think the result of c6 is going to be very similar. Takes, let's say takes. The pawns are going to push g4 and f5. Okay, he goes here. We see what he's up to with bishop d3 check. And he's a tricky one. Takes, bishop d3. king g1, you know, maybe rook e1 check, rook e2. And I feel like the sad part about my opponent's position there is that he wins my queen, but completely loses the game. So he has a couple tactics there. Rook takes queen, bishop e4 after to take the rook. But the result of all of that is that he's only going to have a knight left over, which is just criminal, really. Poor guy. Right? Bishop to e4 would be the next thing to look at after bishop d3. So bishop e4 after takes. Okay? In that position, maybe takes, knight takes c7. Again, losing the whole rook in the corner. So at this point, we're up so much material, I'm not really calculating things normally. I can sack a ton of stuff and still be miles ahead. Which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take. A free piece is all I see. So I wonder which one of these moves he's going to do, because it's got to be one of them. Yeah, and there you go, bishop e4. This is kind of what I was talking about. We don't really need to overreact here. If we take and take on c7, how much material are we going to be up? A lot. We will have an extra rook and an extra bishop and an extra pawn. Knight e7, rook takes, pawn takes, takes. We're only up a rook in that position. Probably not the best. So that's why I'm not doing that one. And obviously we can move the queen out of the way and take, but no sense in leaving him with this bishop. You know, only bad things could happen. So I'm going to take and take on c7. And he doesn't want any part of it. We thought about things long enough that he said, you know what? I'm out. I'm done. Spare me from myself. The power of thought, precisely. Yasser, I would say your opening was a great success, buddy. c4. You see what happens when we use a classy opening like the English? Okay. e4, knight c3, queen c6, and some tremendous moves possible here. You might be tempted by Yasser's knight e5, but the more principled and measured approach, equipped with a cheapo, is e3. Can you believe it? We literally took 1 whole minute. 1 whole minute. 13:26. 12:26. And he just took it immediately. Look at his time. It didn't even change. He took 10 seconds. He was like, yep, that guy thought for a minute and blundered. That's what happened. The guy just moved immediately. No respect for the game anymore. He saw that knight and he said, God damn it, I'm going to be taking it. God damn it, I'm going to take it, he said. So that was a success. Thank you, Yasser. Chris, thanks for the 33 months. Messi Marvin, 55. A tier 3 as well from Messi. And a big resub from the Hippocrates. 5 years. Thank you so much, Devin, for the support. The Hippocrates. Caveman, 54-month resub. Caveman and Messi. Back-to-backing. Jaeger 04, 52 months. Feels like I've had Jaeger for longer than 52 months, that's for sure. DJ85, thanks for the full year. Nicola, 1,000 bits. We'll be seeing Nicola Stojan actually in action pretty soon, in about a week's time. Very excited to see Nicola do battle over the board at the World Rapid Team Championships. Elevator FUD, thanks for the 7 months with Prime and 22 months from 926. Andy. I'm excited, Dave. Very excited. That's correct, Yasser. You know about that tournament, right, Yaz? There's a spot reserved on every team for guys like Nicola. You will definitely see him, Yaz. In what capacity are you attending Dusseldorf, Yasser? Commentator, is that what they're calling you these days? Vagabond? Gigolo? I see they've gone with commentator. That's exciting. Yaz and Nicola. That'll be a firm handshake. That's for sure. Yes, chess maverick. That's a good word. Maybe it does, Pyru, but I haven't had any issues so far. T. Juger, I'm glad you're enjoying the Stonewall. You tried to set up the Stonewall versus 1900 bots and you couldn't. Well, you're not able to force it every single game, but for the most part, you can get it every single time. It's just like a few openings that you can't. And honestly, I wouldn't expect the bots to be playing them, so wait for the series to get there. I think, isn't that going to maybe be the next episode? If around the 1900 level, it'll be on YouTube in a week. All right, let's go for another game. I'll take more suggestions. You can see the difference when I listen to the chat versus when I listen to Yasser. We might get the black pieces next, so let's see. 14 months Spectre Meltdown. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome back. Okay. D4. I'll start with knight f6. Nice and flexible. I can still play most of the openings we're suggesting. A lot of Nimzo enjoyers. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think Yasser is trying to get me into the Sarah one. Is that what's happening, Yasser? Are you trying to get me into the Sarah one here? You're trying to trick me. You want me to play e6 so that white can play bishop g5. Very tricky from Yasser. Very tricky stuff. All right, fine. You know what? I'm not scared. You got an opening named after you there, Yaz? Well, I got one too. We don't have to bother comparing them. But I got an opening too. E6, knight f3. Declining the invitation. Okay. Knight f3. So knight f3 actually avoids the Nimzo. The Nimzo is really characterized by knight c3. So the fact that white's gone here, I could play bishop b4, but it's definitely no longer the Nimzo. A lot of people might think, oh, you just play this, like these three moves no matter what. But it is distinctly a different opening. So I'm gonna go for b6 here. Bishop b4 is still an opening. It's not the Nimzo. But I'm gonna play b6. We are now playing the Queen's Indian defense. e3. Okay, very tepid approach. How are we gonna handle this? I think we can just develop here. Bishop b7. Well, the great thing about this is now I'm basically playing a Nimzo with this already played. This is a best of both worlds here. I'm liking this. A little bit of both. Makes sense. I'm thinking of castling here. As usual in these lines, there are so many moves you can play. I'll definitely say that one thing to be careful of, or to watch in general, it's not always a problem, but playing d6 before you're castled with your bishop out there, this move queen a4, you do need to be mindful of. That's one thing. But otherwise, most moves are acceptable. c5, castle, queen e7, bishop takes knight. I'd love for him to spend the move a3 to attack the bishop. So we'll wait and see if that's what he goes for. We'll castle, nice and easy. Bishop e2. All right, this guy's developing the pieces in the safest way possible. Like, there is nothing that's gonna bother this guy. If you guys have seen a series that I released on our YouTube channel, it's called Fianchetto Only. There's a lot of systems that look exactly like this. Basically just how you can Fianchetto against any single opening. And here, I think I'll try to continue it a little bit by just going for the basic setup. I'm just going to go d6, knight d7. Could get a little bit more complicated with moves like this, which look pretty good due to the bishops, but I'm going to try to keep it nice and safe and just play a really simple system. This bishop is always ready to trade for something here. Meanwhile, the pieces are getting out. We want to control the e4 square, h6, rook e8, maybe queen e7, but we'll hold off on that move for now. And potentially e5 or c5 as my pawn breaks. b3, kind of an interesting move. Maybe after taking knight e4, he wants to play bishop b2. I would go so far as to say that b3 is actually, in my opinion, a pretty interesting move. Strange looking, but interesting. I respect it. He's got a true idea behind b3. Doesn't look entirely random. The move b3 is truthfully making me think of the move d5. It is. It is making me think of d5. Because now I see that maybe he wants to take and knight e4, move the bishop back. I'm thinking about potentially not even taking it all. But it's a lot, you know? It's a little much. We already played d6. But just saying, that's what I'm thinking about. As I mentioned, rook e8 looks like a great move. Exactly what we were just intending to maybe try to play e5. I could play e5 straight away here. One thing to avoid is knight e4. Takes, and if the bishop takes, the knight takes back, or if I take here, I lose my bishop. So knight e4 immediately is a no-go. So let's think for a sec. Takes knight e4 and f5. Absolutely an idea. D5 and c5. We have some fans here. Some fans of those moves. The thing about something like this, an f5, it looks great, but knight d2 happens, trades this off. You know, maybe there's an f3 in the future, so we just have to make sure we're containing the threats. The reason I like that line is it just looks like the most fun, most imbalanced. So that's why I'm thinking about it. D5, takes, we're happy. E5, A3, and then B4, we probably have to take there. Definitely feeling less sure about that. Still fine, but less sure. So I think we're gonna go with the most imbalanced approach. Just to get the game in a very interesting, take it in a very interesting direction. I'm gonna allow his exact plan. So truthfully, not the best time to take, but you know what? We get to do what we want to do. Knight e4, f5, and get the position into an imbalance. Two bishops against, obviously, bishop and knight. Knight d2, one could only expect. Queen g5. I like queen g5 here. This was kind of the idea to attack this. So I'm going to go ahead and play it. And, you know, these pieces are obviously lining up on g2. Bishop f3 seems reasonable, but then all of a sudden the pawn can never go to f3. So, yeah, and here we're going to take the bishop, of course. f3, queen takes check, king over, bishop back. I think we're surviving. So bishop f3, absolutely. Absolutely. But here's the good thing. I no longer have to deal with pawn f3 from white. So I can kind of leave this this bishop here. Could support it with the knight, or allow these pawns to get traded like that, which I don't dislike. I don't dislike. Eras Fandor, thank you for the 10 subs. He's a big fan of this position, you can tell. Thank you very much. 10 subs here. Great position. Oof, okay. I knew it was the position. Had to be. Let's do it. Let's go all in. If 10 subs are coming in for this position, that means we have to continue playing the position in the way it was designed to be played. Rook f6 to g6. Can't back down now. Here we go. And remember, after rook g6, queen takes g2 absolutely becomes a threat there. And if takes, yes, my pawn structure is worse, but rook g6 makes a serious threat, and I can't speak to how impressive that bishop is. And yes, if d5 happens, of course e5 I want to play, but for the moment, I might start first with rook g6 to make that threat, and then I'd be interested in playing the move e5 afterwards. Let's say the bishop gets taken, and in the future I play rook g6, white goes g3. I would be also very happy with that, just due to the weak light squares. And go ahead and pre-move that. Okay, rook here. I think the next move will not be too surprising. You know, kind of want to go here. I suspect we'll see the obvious g3. But having said A, you must say B. Rook f6 to g6. It needs to happen. Okay, well, we certainly know we need to play this. And now he plays g3. I think he would have been a little bit smarter to play g3 just immediately without allowing this, but okay. Let's see here. You know, there's moving this h-pawn. I do feel like just bringing the rook to f8 is the way to go. This knight obviously wants to participate, but it would be great if we could put it there. That's a little tough to achieve. I like rook f8. I really do like bringing that rook in. Just feels good. Feels good, you know? Rook f8 needs to happen. I don't like that rook being out of the game, and it's not clear to me if bringing the knight here is good yet, because maybe my rook actually wants to jump in front of the knight. So I don't want to obstruct my pieces or my future plans with the decision right now. Rather bring this here and figure it out. Queen here, we can always defend that pawn pretty comfortably. Again, with the knight possible, but you know, I like queen here. If my queen could get to that square, that would be great. So something like queen here, and rook h6 would be thumbs up. Ooh. Now, this move is a move I'm generally speaking very happy to see. It does mean that, you know, my rook's not going to get to f3, but this is always a, let's say, slight concession. Slight concession. So we're going to take, no questions asked, and we're going to play a move that I think my opponent is going to find kind of unpleasant. No, I didn't say en passant. I said unpleasant. Rook takes. I was thinking of rook f6 here. So after rook f6, rook takes. Taking back already, I think, gives me a great position. But I can also take this pawn with check, and there's no rook f2. So I think this is just a pawn we're picking up here. Gasser? What do we think of that plan? Do I even have to ask? Do I even need to check? Winning a pawn. Immediate yes. Very uncomfortable position because white would love to play rook f1 to just support the rook again. But there are not many moves that you can actually do. Rook f4 exists, but, you know, very technically speaking, you can take that and win a pawn. Everything is set up for my success here. Rook f4 takes, rook takes, there's no bishop c1. Everything is working in my favor. It's nice when the universe does you a solid, you know? Here we go. So, as mentioned, queen takes e3 check. The preliminary check is going to be very important. White can't do anything about it. So we're just going to pick up that pawn. If we take back, white's going to defend this, and we're better. We're better, but we still have to work there. Check. Okay, king here. Now, I'm definitely going to at least pause and consider if queen e4 is, you know, an upgrade to actually play that. And I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Now, rook takes, we have the idea to bring the rook in, but let's say rook takes, rook c2. Queen check, king there. I'm not seeing the crush, you know? I don't see the unstoppable win. Even potentially rook here could be played as well. So what I am liking is I'm liking bringing the knight in because once again, that allows one of my pieces that isn't doing anything to do something. So I don't think it's going to take long to decide that the knight is just the correct piece here. Now all the pieces are working. White's bishop, you know, if you ever try to open it up, first of all, I might ignore it, but there's always e5, just to lock it down on that diagonal. I got an extra pawn here. Knight e4 is an insanely strong threat. Rook c2, I'll give a little bit of thought to queen check and knight here, but I'm really intending knight there. That's the main goal. Knight here comes with a serious threat. And boy, does it look tricky to stop. Yeah, it looks pretty damn good. Yeah, knight here looks like the move, guys. Hard to say no to that. Okay. Knight to f2 is so strong that white doesn't really have time to play moves like this or this, because they don't answer knight f2. There we go. There's a move that answers it. Queen e2. Let's see here. Knight f2. King g2. And where is my special stuff? Where's the sauce? Anybody? Anything? Well, let's at least consider knight g3. Although, I think I can pretty quickly say that it's not quite right. Not quite right. Something about it still feels like there could be something there, but just not quite it. Yeah, this move feels like one that the engine can justify. You know what I mean? It really does. Knight g3 feels correct here. I'll tell you what I am thinking of as a safe backup is taking, giving check, and going rook b1. That looks like just a good solid edge. So if I need something to work, I have that. That looks fantastic. Oh, Yasser. You and I are the same, buddy. Exactly what I was just thinking. Takes rook check and rook b1. I am boring as hell. I am no fun at parties. Because that's exactly what I was thinking. But I'll tell you, knight g3 is the type of move that I guarantee works. But playing it is a risky proposition because you have to then work hard and find the way it works. You know where you don't have to work hard? Queen takes queen. You don't have to work hard at all. This is nice and easy. Do I believe this works? Absolutely. Absolutely I do. But this is just so good. It's just so lazy. Love it. I love it. Okay, now d5 anchors the knight. Notice how he can't use that f2 square either. I'm starting to operate on the light squares here. Oh boy, if he had this, that would be great for him, but he doesn't. He doesn't, does he? If he had taken my knight and I took here, you might be thinking, oh, we're both going to take a pawn, but I could just go king to, f7 there. Body, your soul. All right, rook here. Well, I was planning to go here. Rook a1. Hoping that holds me in the game here. Not gonna spend more time on it. Okay, a5 certainly makes a good impression here. Alright, now I have to do that damn thing where I start thinking. Hate this part. King f7 still looks good here. h5 is another reasonable option. I do like h5 in general. I think h5 is the correct move here. You take, I take with check. The issue is more bishop d8, so that's what I'm putting up with. Bishop d8. Bishop d8. So it's time for a4. Here we go. We need the a-pawn to weaken some of these squares, or some of these pawns rather, so that when I start taking stuff, I actually have stuff in reserve. Hang on a sec. He's taking my pawn, what am I doing here? Hang on a sec. This was supposed to be the lazy man's calculation. I thought king f7, but the guy had bishop d8. Now he's going to leave his rook there and play bishop d8 and take all my pawns. It's become not so lazy anymore. This is the move. Here, bishop there. There's a pawn queening, so we've got to do the thing where we take. Here, takes, here. No. We're not doing that. We got to take here. It's the only way. Now tell me how I'm supposed to win this, man. I'm supposed to sit here and win this position? This is not enjoyable at all. Alright, fine. I'll play d4. But it's already far gone. It's already far gone. We're running naked now. We're running naked. We're streaking on the pitch. My d-pawn is just motoring up the board. No rhyme or reason. Here I was thinking, we had a nice easy time. No concerns. Totally missed that after takes rook c2, bishop e7 to d8 was just kind of cleaning up all the pawns there. It was the bishop d8 move that really caught me. Bishop d8. It's like using my back rank against me. How dare you? How dare you use my spells against me? Tim? Before marbles, we need a we need a miracle. Are you offering those? I think it's time to take. Because we ain't saving this, and this is with check. Okay, hang on. He's allowing me a little bit of flexibility here again. He's being a little too friendly. Just a little. So check, we can definitely go king e8, but I'm almost more tempted to go king g6. It's like an oil check. You know, here we have rook a4, but also h5 and knight g5 is a tempting mate. So we'll definitely go here. Gotta give him a little oil check. Just checking the lad's oil. He seems like he could be cooperative. He seems like he could be cooperative. Now, it seemed that way, but I was wrong. I was wrong. All right, all right. I give in. I'll play the best. All right, my hands are tied. I'll play the best move. Ooh. This is a fun way to lose the game. Very interesting decision. What an exciting way for the game to end. Dang. Right when it was getting interesting. Poor guy. I think at the end there he was getting a little excited. So Yasser, what happened? What happened? Us professionals here wanted the same thing. Did we trip over our feet? Because I thought d5 was killer. And I thought that this was okay. But lo and behold, bishop e7 was just a rocket move. a5 by me was definitely not intelligent, but I didn't really have a good one. I didn't really have a good one ready. I feel like d5 is right, but knight g5 to e6. Wow. It's a little weird. It's definitely the right idea, but I guess I needed to just, you know, play h5 here or something. And I always have this, and if a4 this. However, I'm wondering what would have happened if bishop e7. My a5 move was no good because if bishop here, I always have c5. But with my pawn on a5, I'm losing it. So that's what was killing me. My a5 move was a lot worse than I thought. I thought it was just a gain a tempo move. It was actually quite poor, I think. And then here it's just everything is loosening up a little bit. Everything's loosening up. So this is funny. Rook c8 here, rook d8 is actually totally fine. Check. But here is where white only has one move. One move. Who knows what the move is? White to play and let's say draw. King f3? Did you guys not watch the game? What were you guys trolling? King f3 was always played in the game. Come on now. King g1, no knight check. You know, it's remarkable. The move is so tricky that not a single person has said it so far. Crazy, right? The only move is king h1. Not a single person has said it. And we got a big chat here. If king g1, you're kind of walking into it a little bit. Because knight g5 or knight d2, you end up getting checked in the worst way on f3. f3 is the worst. Right? And king here, same thing. Knight g5, I go to e6, just like the game. But king h1 means this pawn is for the taking, and this check is not as helpful as you might think. King goes to g1, and like knight h3 doesn't do anything. Knight g4 can be played, but remember, you're kind of walking into a potential rook d7, where this is hanging later. h3. You still have to do a lot of work here in order to earn your result, but engine approved, king h1. Crazy. Oh, d3. Yaz is going for the backdoor Sally. As Yasser likes to say to me, I'll fall for it. I'll fall for it. Isn't the king stuck on the back rank? Definitely. It is. But you're going to get the pawn back, and it's going to be 2v2. So you'll make your draw with good play. But yeah, my a5 move, this is the culprit. This was the bad move. So I can take ownership. I thought that we were forcing this bishop to uncomfortable squares, but I totally missed bishop d8 where my pawns are all lined up. That was a big mistake. So let's look at this knight g3 move, because I know that it's working. It has to work. Let's make it work using the power of the engine. Make it work. All right, in this position, white is completely lost unless they play queen e2. Completely lost unless you play that. Makes sense. But here's the issue. I can't move my rook without getting mated. So I have to waste time playing this move, right? It's like, it's the only way to even proceed. And remarkably, white is defending by going rook c3. Again, the only move. The only move. In a practical setting, do I think that knight g3 is a blunder by black? I don't. I think this is still a position that black can do pretty well in. But no, it was not, according to the engine, the right move. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, knight f2 and queen h6 is an interesting one there, Yaz. That's an interesting one. Definitely not a forced win, though. And I have to say, I don't love the coordination here for black. It seems a little artificial. Yeah, something about that knight just feels off. But if I play d5 and knight e4, then I'm super happy again with rook f2 coming. So, I don't know. I don't know. Great game from our opponent, though, right? Great game. We got, he played f4, which is his mistake. And we were ahead after this, but great resources. Rook c2, queen e2. Very nice. And then my mistake, I think even d5 I was like kind of regretting. Of course, I did the whole line because of d5, so I don't really have a choice now. But the rook c2, and I did not take this into account properly. Should have just played h5 here. Should have played h5 there. Well, GG. We got a Queen's Indian game in. Otzi NR, thanks for 25 months. Welcome back, Otzi. Pyru, 19 months. I'm halftime, thanks for the prime. Eris again with the 10 subs from earlier. Har 2K, thanks for the 5 months with Twitch Prime. The music, 57 months. Always can count on the music in this channel. That's one thing I know. Thanks for the 57. Pass Pawn Push'em Baby, great username. 14 months with Prime. Rum Biscuit, half a year. Ace Zulu, 18 months. GM Riz, 45 months. Outplayed by 1600. You're goddamn right I was. Luckily, we had the last laugh. but things got dicey after my suspicious a5 move. Totally regretted it after this. Thanks for the resub, GM Riz. And Tim. Our buddy Tim. Holy smokes. What a generous donation by Tim. $150. Marbles intermission, mod check. Any intermissioners? Any intermissioners? Thanks very much, Tim. We got a couple wins with Yasser at the helm. Marbles, you say? Yes. You know what, Tim? We have a we have an opening. Yep. We have an opening. We may have started our match by now, but there's an opportunity for an intermission. I'll have you guys know that this is going to be my warm-up. This is going to be my warm-up for my match against Andrea. Just so you know. So, if anything happens, we can blame the chat for warming up with marbles. I am happy to have a pre-planned excuse. Perfect. Perfect. Nicola, 5,000 bits. This cheer is for Yasser. Yasser, you hear that? That handshake you're going to have with Nicola in Dusseldorf might have to grease the palms a little harder. You know, a firmer handshake now. Thank you, Nicola, for the 5,000 bits. That's right, Yasser. I have a match coming up with Andrea, and I'll probably have some nasty time odds. So let's warm up with some marbles. It's a great idea, Tim. Dozer, thanks for the 18 months. Let me switch accounts here and get marbles set up. Give me 2 minutes, 3 minutes break. We're going to do some marbles. You guys can even join during the break. I'll have it set up probably in 1 minute. So I'll leave it open for the people who want to join the race quickly and get the best spots. Marbles in just a sec, and I have a match against Andrea coming up shortly. So that's what's on the docket today. Thanks for watching the Slow Chess. Stay with us. I'll be right back. Alright. You can join, you know what time it is. Some people have already managed to get their marble in a pretty good position here. Exclamation mark play is what you need to type. Exclamation mark play if you'd like to join the race. A lot's on the line here. This is a marbles intermission. This is a warm-up for my match later. Uh-oh, Yaz is in. Careful, everyone. Join at your own risk now. Yasser is so very officially in. Tim, you've started a very high-profile marbles session here. Eddie is in. I'll be starting it soon, guys. Get in while you can. We're getting back in the swing of it, you know, reminding people what marbles is. Exclamation mark play. Truly last call. Starting in 30 seconds. Let's go. I shouldn't have to convince you to get in a marbles race featuring the one and the only Lolly 0000. That's right. He is playing. Gvoth, thanks for the 5 months there with Prime. All right, we're going to start. Good luck. Good luck. Here we go. Oh, Nicola, almost a quick start there. Looks like halftime's at the front and at the back. Hang on, Sleazy? Sleazy, wait a minute. What are you doing there, bud? You're not supposed to be at the back like that. Sleazy, I thought you were a seasoned player. Christopher Cup. Don't let the plebs win this. No. Guys. Guys, you can't let the plebs be in front here. DP Leo, let's get a move on here. Tim Cannon, oh no. Yasser, Salty, ABD, let's go, guys. Come on. Sean is a badass, is currently bottom feeding here. Eddie the Endgame Magician is also very, very close to the back, along with Q-Corn. There's that SlowBrah marble. There's that SlowBrah marble. Just hanging out with Nicola. You guys ever watch the Tour de France? You know? SlowBrah is, you know, just happy to be in the peloton. I'll collect my my points later. No rush. Just looking to not finish first, but not finish last. Very peaceful map here. Very peaceful map. And as we approach the summit... Oh, look at these plebs. They're way out in front. DP Leo, get him. Mushroom, come on, boys. Can't let them enjoy first place like this. Christopher Cup. Come on, guys. At the back, Sean. Oh, no. Sean, really? Are we having this conversation? Sean, let's go, bud. I've never known you to be dead last place like this. It's not looking good for Sean is a badass. And look at these plebs. Amazing. DP Leo, Christopher Cup. Let's follow these marbles and see if they can't get knocked off the course a little bit. Here's an opportunity. No, dodged. Another opportunity. Dodged again. Another opportunity. My goodness, they're just sailing down the right-hand side. These two plebs have the perfect route. Oh, there we go. Ah, they're starting to falter. Get him, boys, get him. Christopher Cup, Mushroom, let's go, let's go. They nominated another pleb to take over, Bruce Lewis. But I think we got him by the balls now. Bruce? Oh, he falters at the end, but it's still enough. This is not a good look for the subs here. Not a good look. Nikla falls off the map. And I see Yasser. He looks like he's going to get finished there. Well done. Now, hang on. Did we get a DNF? We must have. Pyru's currently at the back. Dave with a big DNF there. Sleazy is getting passed by everyone. Oh my goodness. Sleazy. Oh, that's so close. I don't know if Sleazy was last or not. It might not matter. But if there's a DNF here, that could be very relevant. Oh, I don't think there's going to be a DNF now. Don't think there's going to be a DNF now. Christopher Cup. Well done. Well done. Sean, I thought it was going to be you. You must have DNF'd. Very, very well done, man. That's a veteran move, you know? Christopher Cup. Well, ban or no ban? Let's start with the simple questions. As we examine how people did. Only 40 people finished. Lots of DNFs. Pyru, last place. You're up against the wall here. Christopher Cup, ban or no ban? You're gonna say ban. Ah, geez, I thought you might. Well, ban has been issued, and how would you like to plead there, Pyru? Would you like to defend yourself? Feel like you got something to show in the arena here? Yeah, top 20, Yasser. We don't hand out prizes for that, though. It's true. He did just resub for 19 months, and that is the reason that he's on the chopping block right now. He wants to defend his honor. There we go. We got a match made here. Christopher Cup and Pyru. We're going to need the usernames in the chat here. Usernames in chat, and head over to chess.com/play/online. Very close, Sleazy. Super close. Chess.com/play/online. That's where you need to be. I think it sounds like he is Tim, which is honestly disappointing. Didn't figure Yasser to be content with 20th place. I would expect, that he has higher standards for himself. Here we go. Oh, Christopher Cup. Good gracious. Christopher Cup's going for the ban here. And, well, I think if he gets one, we may just have to ban Pyru permanently. Don't think he's supposed to be allowed back in here. Especially if he loses with the Vienna. I will absolutely ban him forever. For sure. God, the Vienna players are just thirsting. Just thirsting. They're so happy. F4 takes. Oh my god, the dopamine hit. Christopher Cup. Oh, man. He's getting hurt in the tenders here, Yasser. I hope he's wearing a Christopher Cup. This is gonna hurt. Ow. Oh my goodness. Good gracious. This is brutal. Ooh, Chris. You're hurting right now, bud. You're hurting. I think he made the right call here. Even though he's gonna lose the queen, he's picking up so much material. Definitely the right call. Hey, Yuri. Ouch. What's the material now? He's down a rook and a bishop for nothing. Ouch. Ouch. Oh, there's an escape square, right? For him to escape. That's what you do with escape squares, right? Ouch! That's a nasty KO. Nice escape there, bud. Nice escape there. 42 months, Primitive Man. Thanks for the tier 3. Cheers, Prim. Well, Christopher Cup, I think it's fair to say we didn't quite get our ban. Isn't that right? we wanted to ban Pyru, but I don't think we quite earned it. That was a tough matchup for him. What? He was 1,100 points lower rated? Ouch. That's very, very tough. But Christopher, I went on a rant the other day about the Vienna. This is the #1 trap in the opening. You're going to want to start playing this move, D5. And you will make guys like Pyru and the rest of these Vienna nerds in the chat upset. D5. Look into that move. I don't want to see you playing pawn takes ever again. Never. Good to see you, Prim. All right, guys, we're going to do, for Tim, one more race. Because we're going to start our match with Andrea very, very soon. So we're going to do one more race. We also didn't get a ban. It's not good enough. Join the next one! Exclamation mark play. Exclamation mark play. Uno más. We need to see, well, I thought the chat was looking for blood, but, you know, leaving the prosecutor out to dry as a 700. You guys aren't convincing me that you were actually looking for a ban that match. It's not a sub battle, no, just a match, Prim. Eden LK is leading the plebs. That's a scary thought. Uh-oh. Lightstruck, thanks for 38 months. And Choopaloop, 13-month resub. All right, guys. 30 more seconds and we're starting. Last chance to get an exclamation mark play. Gotta get in before we start this race. It's not something you can late join. Lethbridge Chess is in. Nicola's in. Elevator Fudd. I like that name. Hey, Riblet. Thought you could sneak in without me knowing, eh? We'll be fine. Good to see ya. Gambit's in. All right. We're starting. Big Fat Brenda says, I don't play chess anymore. So if I come in last, I'm screwed. Well, Big Fat Brenda, doesn't sound like the worst experience being screwed, now does it? Mason Lee Burton. All right, we got a sub out at the front. At least we got some recommendations from last race, you know. We took them into account, put our best subs forward. Goblin. There we go. Gob, you're going to have to lead the charge here. Mason, Gob. These plebs, I tell you, jeez, they get off to a flying start. Stevis, Ambit, Q-Corn at the back. We've seen that before. Okay, so what do we have here, actually? Anthony, a little slow. Lethbridge Chess with a great pass. Nicola and Lethbridge. Great stuff, boys. Airbus driver on the other side. Choupaloop as well. Trim. Okay, Choupaloop. Let's go, buddy. Unfortunately, Nicola, Lethbridge, they took the slow way. So it's all about these individuals right here. Pistons, Choupaloop, Pawn Nugget. Kinda Young Dave, the Kazi. A lot of DNFs. The subs are in front. That's what we like to see. No, hey, somebody get that guy. Somebody get that guy. All the plebs DNF'd. Choupaloop. Ringy. Okay, Ringy's here. And who's at the back? Is that Anthony I see? Oh, no. Anthony near the back. That's a scary thought. Can young Anthony be taken out? Ringy dingy dinky doo. And Pistons. Pawn Nugget. Oh, look at this. The subs emerge victorious. Great stuff. And Ringy. Is that first place? It is. Look at that. He did it. First place. Look at the subs representing top 5. Beauty. Salty near the back. Q-Corn, Anthony. There's a lot of high-rated players at the back here. I see Lost Moves as well. Uh-oh. Riblet, TH Toaster. It looks like we have our final 2 finishers. Michael and 3 Degrees. But which one is it going to be? Certainly looks like 3 Degrees right now, unless Michael gets a terrible drop. And he is in. 3 Degrees is last. 3 Degrees. I think I saw him. So ringy dingy dinky doo, my friend, I got a very simple question. Ban or no ban? The answer is yours. Yours to choose. Ban or no ban? As we scroll down and learn some important information about this race. Namely, that Scrooks came in 69th place. Congratulations. Yes. Well done, well done. And in last place, it was indeed 3 Degrees. 3 Degrees in last. You beat SlowBrah, so that's... Oh, come on. I'm just here as a pace-setting marble. If I was actually trying, obviously I'd come in first place. Don't kid yourself. 3 Degrees in last, and he's facing a ban. High T answer, just ban, nothing else. He's a simple guy, he wants a ban. 3 Degrees, you gonna defend yourself? Oh, he's already got his answer ready. 3 Degrees 1, he's got the username there as well. All right, Ringy, we need your username, and we will be heading to the chess.com arena. Chess.com/play/online is where I need our 2 competitors for this important match. His name is Mike's Cheeks. Oh my god. Mike's Cheeks. Are they about to get clapped? Stay tuned to find out. Chess.com/play/online. That's where you need to be, gentlemen. And they're both there. Good luck, Mike's Cheeks. Oh, okay. 400 points difference. Can Mike's Cheeks get the KO here? It's going to have to be an upset victory. It's going to be a big win if he can manage it. That's a good start, you know? Getting some trades in. Connecting the pawns. Can't complain. But I tell you, there's going to be some real issues here. Let's see if he can manage. Go Mike and go Mike's Cheeks. What the flying hell is this? Mike's Cheeks. Oh my goodness. Mike's Cheeks. What's he up to? Are we going to see this? Is this a bait from Mike's Cheeks? Very tricky stuff from the Cheeks. Do not underestimate Big Mike. And look at this. He tricked him. He scared him. Well played by Mike's Cheeks. He's still in this. Oh yeah, look at Mike's Cheeks go. He's still fighting. Down but not out. Okay, now he's down and currently in the process of exiting. Now he's down but not out. A great bait from Mike's Cheeks. A huge play from Mike's Cheeks. He's playing for the people. He's playing for the results. He got him with Bishop G5. Suckered him right on in. Holy smokes. That was impressive. And guess what? That's not checkmate. Mike's Cheeks have been clapped before. He knows when he's getting fucked. And it's not right now, I'll tell you that. This is not what it looks like. Mike would know. Knight C6. He's getting the pieces out. Big game for Mike and his Cheeks. Very well done, by the way. If he had taken that Queen F6, Mike saw that. I'm sure he saw it. Must have. All right, Mike, you're going to have to tread carefully here. Jesus. This is frightening. How is he going to make a move here? What's the move, Mike? C5. A fantastic move. Mike is making room for the king and even stops knight there. Holy cow. What a move from Mike's Cheeks. Look at him go. Three degrees is feeling the pressure, but uh-oh, that is an uncomfortable move to see. That's a threat. Taking and D7 hangs. Okay, Mike, if there was ever a moment for a big move, it would be right now. Gonna need a well thought out plan from Mike's Cheeks. This is obviously a problem, but if you don't do that, then that's a problem. Latrick, thanks for the brand new Prime. Peshka with the raid. Appreciate it. Peshka. Hope you had a great stream. I got a match coming up, but we're warming up with marbles. As any person would. Oh! A mistake. E6 wasn't played. And Mike's cheeks can still fight in this game. Hang on a sec. Mike still has a chance. What a big mistake by white. E6 was just great. But all of a sudden, Mike is going for the ban. He's down on time. He's way down. But he has a chance. Orwell86, thanks for the 28 months. Mike's cheeks. He's still in here with a fight. He's still in there with a fight. What a game. What a fight by Michael. Oh. That was a quick move. Mike might have some speed that we don't know about, guys. I think Mike is a speed demon. Look at that. Terrible move, but played very quickly. I'm optimistic for Mike. I'm optimistic for his speed here. Very slow moves from 3 degrees. The time warning just hit. Mike's cheeks has got this. He's just got to keep the speed up. The quality of the moves does not matter, which is great news for Mike's cheeks. Sure, take it. Let's go, Mike. That move could have been better, but that doesn't matter. Okay, that one could have been better as well. Okay, maybe think about the quality of the moves a little bit, Mike. Mike is going for the flag. There's 2 seconds left. Mike's cheeks. Oh, he's got him. Mike's cheeks going for the flag. KO. $3 degrees. He got. Ouch. Ouch. And we got our ban. That's right, Mike's cheeks was playing for the ban there. Huge result. Made it look easy. Like there was never any doubt. Well, a ban's a ban, folks. We'll be sending 3 degrees to the afterlife. 3 degrees. That's our ban. We are going to switch over because I got a match to play, guys. It's that time. I thank you for the great warm-up. 3 degrees. Let's initiate this ban. And he's out of there. 3 degrees banned. Great play from Ringy Dingy Dinky Doo. Woof. What a game. I think that was a good warm-up. Pawn Nugget, thanks so much for the 300 bits. Great warm-up, guys. I couldn't have asked for anything better, to be quite honest with you. Because we're a little bit later, I'm going to switch over and play our match. We're going to head over to our Kick channel, kick.com/chessbrah. Thank you for the marbles. Thank you for the fun. Thank you for the warm-up. I'm going to be playing Andrea Botez, but all my wins come on Kick. So that's where we're switching over to, and I'll be streaming it from there. Thank you for watching, everyone. Thanks for following. We do stream right now, the majority of our streams on Kick, but of course I'm always active on Twitch. You'll find me here all the time. Streaming as much as possible this month, so it's a great time to be subbed. But I hope you guys join us over on our Kick channel, kick.com/chessbrah. I'm going to turn the stream on. It's going to turn on Kick. So I'll see you there. I got a match to play. I'll probably have some terrible time odds against Andrea, but we'll